Hello, hello?
Hello?
Hello? Is anyone out there?
It's a dad's night out. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is a dad's takeover of Mom's Night Out. Maybe we should do some introductions to start. We are all new podcasters here. They're listening on the stairs. I can hear them, which is hilarious. So
we are virgins to this game right now.
We are. So I'm John. I'm Katie's husband.
Mike, Jen's husband, or Jenny's husband.
Bryce, married to Mandy.
And we are here to talk about all things Mom's Night Out, and then maybe what the dads do during a Mom's Night Out.
We're basically just going to expose all the falsehoods and lies that have been told, saying that we do nothing and they do everything.
Before we gouge into them too deep, I think it's probably appropriate to say we're very proud of what they put together thus far, and we're very supportive husbands. So, and hopefully you all get that from our talk today. So, first question to Bryce: what is a mom's night out?
A mom's night out. A mom's night out is full hair, full makeup, going out top, and saying, "You got the kids, right?" And then,
is there ever a babysitter involved?
There's not. Dad is doing dad duty, taking care of the kids.
Always.
But no, to hand it to Mandy, it's all the way up till bedtime. Kids are asleep. So it's more dad hanging out, doing his own thing.
Mike, your definition? Is it the same or different? I feel like we need a Venn diagram.
It really depends. There's similar times where Jen does the full night program, if you will, and there's other nights where she's coming in hot, late from Boston, stuck in traffic, and she's like, "I gotta get out of here." I'm going, "I did bedtime in tubs last night," but it's always a balance, you know. The scale tips.
Yes, it does. I would say Katie, for the most part, helps get the kids to bed and then hits the eject button. So usually pretty, but the next morning isn't always roses and butterflies. She definitely sleeps in the morning. So you got to be ready to bear that burden.
Yeah. Morning after an MNO.
It's a wasteland.
Yep.
Well, your wife doesn't drink caffeine.
No, she doesn't.
Mine is highly caffeinated.
That's probably why she's still asleep when I'm up.
Like nothing happened.
Yeah,
I don't know how
no
she does
caffeine.
it, but hats off because it's impressive.
No caffeine.
And she goes through all three kids' lunches, and teeth, and shoes, and hair, diapers, and everything.
So where did MNO start? I'm trying to remember, like, where did like this all begin where did it begin?
I think you mocked it.
Yeah, I did. I totally did. But
Yeah.
like, where did where did it start? I feel like we were out somewhere, and then they went out after like we were all ready to go home, and that's where it started. I could be wrong in that regard, but
Yeah, it was something like that, though. I feel like they definitely just carried on, and we...
I almost feel like it was a casual comment. It was like, you guys need to like get a hobby or like do something, or like, you guys are kind of funny together. They're like, funny. Yeah.
So
like
they definitely started a cadence. It was every Thursday at first or something like that, and then it moved to Wednesdays, I think, and then we ended up getting Thursdays.
We got the Thursday
We
slot.
ended up getting a dad's night out, which is pretty sweet.
Which was
I feel like the beginning was pretty excessive. It was like Wednesdays, and then like, oh yeah, we're gonna do Thursdays.
Yeah, for them.
Yeah. Maybe Friday.
Yep.
Well, they also, I want to say they were doing their thing Wednesday or Thursday for a few months before we had gone out and done like a dad's thing, which, you know, you need that. You have to have that release. You have to get with your friends or your guys, your girls, and just let loose. It's too much. You have to go let some steam off.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty. for us, it was interesting because we were all kind of forced into a Dino right out of the gate. It was like, all right, if they're going to take Wednesdays, we need to get some sort of escape. And it started to escalate.
There was a
pretty
competition.
quickly.
There was a competition.
Oh, totally.
And so we went from, I don't know what it was. They did a night in Boston. Was it in Boston? Or they did a night and they went super deep. I think Katie may have come home at like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
I feel like this is when they were hitting the club, right?
Yes.
Clubs? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the casino.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
But we ended up going, and I remember eating a slice of pizza on a side street in Boston with, I think it was both of you. At some
Off
point.
the common. Oh, trash pizza.
Oh my God.
Oh,
But
yeah. Yeah.
I guess the point
was
was
good.
it got way out of hand really quickly.
Wasn't that
And then
like, no, wait, wasn't that like outside of Felt or what used to be Felt?
Yes.
The other side of the block.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Oh, that was good.
What were we doing over there?
I think we went to,
Oh, I know. what
yeah,
we're doing.
we went to the seaport and then we,
Never mind.
but anyway, so yeah, interesting. So now they've kind of calmed down a little bit, but now that they're focused on the podcast,
Yeah, their nights are a lot more mellow. We haven't turned one up in a while.
But
I think we're due, boys.
but there is
think we're
oftentimes unsanctioned MNO activity. And so when there's a spur of the moment mom's night out activity, what happens? How do you deal with it in your household? Because I'll start.
Go.
Okay. Go
It
for
is
please.
often a what is going on here moment. Do you understand? Like, I don't need 3 hours notice before. And then there's always it was a last minute decision. Somebody called me, this, that, and the other thing. Do you have the same sort of MNO activity in your household?
Well, so I feel like Amanda's pretty good. So she generally gives notice, but it's more of like it was on the calendar. Like you didn't check the calendar. It's on the calendar.
It always goes back to the calendar.
On the
I
calendar.
hate the calendar.
And I was like, I mean, it could have been. I don't know.
Maybe it was on there. Maybe it wasn't. I feel like Jen's approach to those like emergency MNO things is it's like an executive order. It's like, I'm doing this. This is the time I'm doing this. And she like comes in like,
Comes in out of 10. She comes in hot.
yeah, I'm like, okay. I didn't want or have anything to do tonight, but yeah, go out with the girls. Have at it.
So they are generally pretty good to us. For instance, on Father's Day, we call it the Father's Day Fugazi here in Dino
We were
Land.
swindled.
We were swindled. We got a lovely invite to go to a Red Sox game, and we were like, right behind the dugout, pretty much. Like, they were pretty awesome.
Oh, there were
seats.
6 seats.
6 seats. So
Kudos,
Yeah,
girls.
they're phenomenal.
shout
kids.
out to the girls.
Good game. We saw a couple homers.
Couple homers. We got roast beefs down in Fenway.
Oh yeah.
We
It was
went
good
to the
time.
Beer Garden, Trillium.
Yes, we did all the things, but the whole caveat to it was that it was a camouflaged MNO event. So they said, "Okay, have fun at the game. We're going to meet you in Boston." Remember? And so we end up getting out of the game. We try to find them.
They packed us a little cooler and sent us in a nice.
Dude, everything. It was like
Uber
care
black.
package.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. But
And did we end up seeing them after the game at all? I don't.
I don't recall that. Don't recall
No.
Tell the rest of the story, Mike.
There was a few attempts made, but I remember trying to backtrack their locations, and we were like 0 for 3, and they were up in the club.
Pretty sure I took an Uber home.
We ran into my two.
This was like,
we
yeah.
ran into my buddies.
No, I'm like calling it. Like this was the night. It was like, where are you at? We're here. We show up. They're not there anymore.
Gone.
They were gone.
Where are you
They were
guys
gone.
at?
They were on the move.
Oh, we're over here, like a
we
few
sh-
blocks away. We arrive. Not there anymore.
So anyway,
Trail of breadcrumbs.
great move if you want to get a MNO in is to buy your husband tickets to a game.
Dude, the game
Tell
was
him-
good though.
I feel like
The game
that,
was
Yeah,
good.
the
that,
game was good. The game
that
was good.
night
All
was
kidding
like
aside.
stereotypical dad moves. Like, oh, what do you mean? Oh, it was over here. No, we had to leave. That place sucked. Oh,
True.
Like, and we're like the homely housewives, like following behind, like, oh, I hope I can find them.
So what is the craziest story you've heard coming out of a MNO trip?
I don't know. I'd have to think about that one.
I haven't really heard anything that's too crazy.
I feel like I get screen stories, so I don't.
Yeah,
You know?
that's true. That's true. Maybe that's not a great question. A good place to go with the conversation.
I feel like they're always very lucky. Like they meet someone that's either very generous or they find a good group of people and they're hanging out and they
Yes.
come back with this amazing story and I'm like, damn it. That does not happen to me anymore.
No, it's tough sledding.
I'm lucky if I get the good go-kart.
It's tough sledding. Man,
It is pretty cool what they're doing. I think that there's, you have the personal aspect of it and they're starting a business and they get so excited when they get those messages from people that listen and they're having like such an impact. Cause I think it's really hard, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or, these working ladies with their careers, it's tough to balance it all. It's dual income households, or even if you're like a single mom, whatever it is, you need some reassurance or support from like an outside source other than maybe your friends or your family to know that it's not just you.
yeah,
I think they tap into that so well.
yeah. I think they have a lot of fun. Honestly, what you probably hear in the podcast is what you'd hear at the bar if you were sitting next to them in some capacity, which I think is probably the most.
Oh, it's not. There's no character.
No, I totally agree. It's
Yeah.
like unfiltered. This is me. This is them.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
they're not playing any roles.
And it is
No.
funny to see how they all have their like individual strengths and how they fall into line in their little like business model.
So we just got to see the full prep and setup and go through, and they were like drill sergeants, microphone setups, camera placement, do
Yeah.
this, you sit here, you sit there, who wants a drink, who needs, okay, sit down, don't move,
I got
put
my
your shoes
I got
on.
my printout, my script in advance. This is what you need to say about me. That's good. No, I'm just joking. But it's like, it's super prep, right?
Yeah.
So Katie and I were joking this morning. Or we had a day today, which was nice because we work from home, both of us. And Katie was like, "I got to do a reel." I don't know if I should talk about this. It's probably she has to do a reel, and maybe I'm ruining it. But long story short, we were talking about Jen's reel. We were like, "Oh, it's so great!" Like Jen's is like, does every morning look like that for Jen? Is that a true representation of Jen's morning? I was like, I don't know. Jen's like very task oriented. I feel like that probably is what her morning looks like.
Oh, like today when she posted like her workout and like the lunches and
She's
stuff like
squeezing
that.
the
And
lemon,
the sick coffee
in the
machine.
glass.
So I think that was a highlight reel.
That was the best.
She like, it's a battle. Like there's three, and Marin and Reese are pretty good because they're old enough to understand their routine. Where Brooks is just a wild man.
Yeah.
Like he's Hank's 7-8 months ago. Like
Yeah.
smashing stuff. Like where'd that kid go? Like wait a second, hold on.
Yeah.
Packing it all the stuff. Yeah, it was a good reel, but it was definitely there was no battle scars shown.
Yeah. Listen, there's battle scars every morning in my household, so I understand it, whether it's breakfast being thrown across the room or someone refusing to eat it. But we were joking about what Katie's highlight reel would look like. And I was like, it should just be you sleeping in a puddle of drool while I cook breakfast and make the lunches. We died laughing about it. It's not true. It's not 100% true.
Katie's like
but
the
it's-
Folgers commercial. She just smells the coffee and she rises out of bed. John just gives her a cup.
I know. I mean, I will say, Mandy balances it out I'll do the. I like the individual tasks. They're independent. So I'll make the lunches, do the breakfast.
Clean.
Mandy can get the kids ready, do the hair, do the teeth.
Yep. Hair's a struggle, dude.
Girl hair too.
Are you braiding, ponytailing?
Oh, I feel like I need to watch some more YouTube videos.
I have not tackled the
Horrible.
braids yet. I
do an ugly braid.
dude,
I can do a pony
Tangle teaser.
and a few other.
Our tangle teaser blew out, dude. It's been like 2 or 3 years we've had this.
This tangle
pink
teaser?
one. It's it gets a little knots out. It's trash. I had to get a new one on Amazon. It's coming tomorrow.
I don't even think we have a tangle teaser.
Oh, guide holler at one. It's good.
Huh.
It's
Dude,
like
Peach's
$20.
hair is like so straight. It's like nice.
It's true. It's not a lot of
My
tangles.
kids have oddly thick hair,
Yeah.
and it's like I get down there and it's just like a 12-car pile up in the middle, and you're like, I put conditioner in here last night. What happened? How did this arise? I don't know. But the tangle teaser, it works.
It's probably an interesting
works.
place to go in the conversation is what does a day in the life look like for Mike Clifford? Oh, I probably can't say your last name. For Mike. I'll edit that out.
You can say my name.
Mikey. We should just go down the line because
I'm in a construction field, so my day starts early, and it kind of works out for like with Jen's career in mind. So I'm up at 4:45. I'm out of the house at 5:30. I make Brooks's lunch, pack his bag. Jen can handle the girls because as much as somebody might want a peanut butter and banana sandwich, or I'm sorry, sun butter and banana sandwich, that might change at 7:30 and they hit you with the reverse Uno. I don't want that. I want a quesadilla. And Jen has to now make a quesadilla. So she's like, you got to do Brooks. I can't do all 3 kids. So I do that. Get to work. Bomb home. Let's see. I leave the quarry at 2:33, depending on traffic. I get to Brooks at like 3:40. We've got to get to Marin by 4. Got to get to Reese by 4:30 because she stays after for leads.
Yep.
And then I get home and it's like empty the backpacks, wash the hands, sit down for a snack. And then the past few months I've kind of changed it up. There's been too much TV. So we do Muscles Monday, no TV Tuesdays. We do Workout Wednesdays. Thursday they both have an activity. And Friday they've just had a week, so they can do whatever they want. But it's like very structured until dinner. And
Nice.
then Jen gets home at like 6, 6:30, 7, whatever she's fighting through traffic. And then it's Tubbs, books, bed. I try to stay up and watch the Celtics, the Bruins, maybe watch a little Reacher.
Yep.
Just started
Good episode, man.
just started whatchamacallit on HBO with Jodie Foster there. We're 2 episodes in.
True Detective.
Yes. Big fan of the first season. Didn't watch the third. Second was okay. But I think this is going to be a good one. So
Yeah,
maybe a little TV, and then, I'm out. I'm old. I'm an old man. I'm like, my brain shuts off at 8:30. I'm asleep by 9.
Yeah. We should get to how much each one of us cherishes sleep at some point, but we should
I love sleep.
we should go to
Love it.
Bryce next. Or I
I
can
fight
go.
it, man. I fight
Actually,
it.
you love it.
I love it, but I fight it. Fight it.
I love it, but I fight it. There's been times where we're like, Bryce, we're going out. He's asleep. He's like, you do what I do. I fall asleep reading a book in one of the kids' bed.
Once though. He he elevated off the couch and came outside.
You
half
did.
asleep
We did bring you back from the dead one night. And that was a good
into your
night.
driveway.
That was a good night.
Yeah. It's so tough. I mean, I feel like putting the kids to bed at that specific time, and I'm sitting there reading a book, and now, like, Ava will read, and when she reads to me, I like pass.
Puts
You
you
fall
right out,
asleep?
bud.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my
She'll like read to me. It's horrible.
Just
It's
brings
soothing.
you back to when you were a little boy, Bryce.
Soothing. I mean, it's like, our kids go to bed like, 7:30-ish? Yeah, I don't know. It's like prime time. Fall asleep.
That's like the danger zone right there, because it's like I could fall asleep right now and have no problem with it.
But it's horrible. Like, it's like too early.
So is your day a lot like Mike's?
My day is, so I work from home. So I'm a pharmacist. I work in biotech. But I mean, since the pandemic, our company's basically gone remote. And so my day is up at 6-ish. The kids are kind of wake up around that time, or between 5:30, 6. They kind of do their own thing for a little bit. Go downstairs, make lunches, get them breakfast. Amanda will sleep a little bit. We'll let her sleep in, and then our youngest will sleep. So then she'll like get up with the youngest and do the morning routine. Hair,
Grind
teeth, getting dressed,
grind it
kind of out. Yeah.
It's a struggle, dude. It's a struggle.
You have 2 boys, so like,
You know what? The boy isn't the problem. The boys aren't the problem.
Really?
No, I mean
It's Peach?
The littlest one could be, but PJ, my oldest, who's my daughter, can be tough act to follow sometimes. So, but yeah, my day is like, I don't know. We'll get up at like 6:30, 6:15, 6:30 when the kids are up. Come downstairs, make some pancakes for the kids or something, and then send them upstairs to get dressed. They're all pretty self-sufficient in that capacity, and then make their lunches while they're getting dressed, and then they come back down. Presley gets on the bus, and then load the boys up, bring them to Bethlehem, and I can't say to school, probably to school, and then edit that out, and then
Carm won't mind.
And then I work from home too, so my day starts right after that, and I'm lucky enough to be able to pick the kids up from school too. It's like,
It is nice.
it's interesting. Like you think about like today versus like when you were probably a kid, and like my dad never picked me up from school when I was.
Oh no! I was like,
no way.
Walking to school or bus, walking back from school, hang out for a few hours. I feel like I was pretty much easy. It was me and my brother most of the time after school, right?
Well, I think the dynamic of dads, and now we're entering like a different like vortex of this conversation, but the dynamic of dads has certainly changed, and I think that like
100%.
But honestly, like I wouldn't change it at all. Like to be able to be there for everything is like unbelievable. Like my dad just didn't have that opportunity.
That's awesome.
Like,
I loved it.
yeah,
I absolutely like doing that stuff. Like it's great. It's a lot. You gotta do what we do every now and again and get out and find some time for yourself. Otherwise, you go freaking crazy.
Yeah.
But I love it. Absolutely love it.
All right. What is, let's think about this for a second. I feel like people know our wives through like the podcast that they want to portray, but like, what is the one thing? They asked us some questions here at the beginning, or my wife asked me the question, what's the most annoying thing about that I think is
the rapid fire thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's the most annoying thing about your wife? Is there an annoying thing?
John, that's a double-edged sword.
That is. You don't have to answer it.
Yeah.
This is a safe place.
You want to go on record with this right now?
Like, blink if you're okay.
We won't.
No, I think I'll go.
All right.
Because Jen will think this is funny. I hope. Please don't kill me in my sleep. As organized as Jen is, sometimes it's total chaos, and I'm the exact same way. And I think that's why we kind of are able to balance and pick up where the other one's falling or failing, if you will. But that it's funny because it's like watching, and I'm sure she can say this about me 1,000 times more than I can say about her, but it's like I sit there sometimes and I'm like, this is a slow motion car crash. It's just like you watch for a couple seconds, you're like, all right, I gotta help, and you jump in, and it's she saves my ass way more than I save hers. But it's, sometimes you get completely overwhelmed with just the tasks, and you're going, and you're, especially if there's an event to get to, a practice or something else, something school related, and you're going, it's 3:57. We're supposed to be there at 4. We're not even in the car yet. That's a 5-minute ordeal with seatbelts. Shit. Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Yeah, I think to that end, maybe mine is somewhat along the same lines, but I feel like oftentimes, like, my wife thinks that we've talked about something, or maybe we haven't. I just wasn't a great listener, but there was like supposed to be like a
Guilty.
shared consciousness of some capacity, and my consciousness totally wasn't shared at the point in time, and so I completely missed the boat on something, and then it's like I need like a reminder, or it's something in a calendar or something. Which I know, Bryce, you guys live and die by the calendar.
I mean, I'm a nerd. It just makes me think of Star Trek and the Borg. It's like you should all be of the same mind.
It's great. It's a great way to. I mean, the calendar, live and die by the calendar. It's a great way.
Yeah,
to
have to. I mean, something to keep you like organized, right?
Yeah.
That is one thing that Jen and I are beefing about, as you will. So she's very organized with a lot of things, and she has Google. She'll try to use Google Calendars or put something. I'm like a visual learner, so I just want to like hang like a German short-haired pointer calendar on the wall, and she's like, "No, you're not gonna mess with the feng shui of this room with your cheap ass calendar off Amazon."
Have you seen that sick digital calendar that goes on the
I've
wall?
seen those things. Those are pretty sick.
It's like, dude, it mounts on the wall, and then
Really?
it puts your Google Calendar on the wall.
Okay, so
in like
I
a
need
frame.
that. Like
You
the
need
way
that,
my
yeah.
brain works, it's like I have to see it. It's like I'm like, Jen, it's not that it's in the calendar. Like that's
Yeah.
Like because I'll go on my phone right now. If I hit that Google Calendar, it's going to ask me for the password. I don't know what the password is. I haven't opened that thing in months. And then I got to do. And then it's this process that again with the kids and the way we're all running around here, the daily routines. Somebody's going to fall. Somebody's going to need help. Somebody's needing their butt wiped. I'm not gonna send me the reset email. No, I need like if I can walk by it, bang, it's there.
When you got to do like a day by day or like 3 days, like look at the next 1 to 2 to 3 days.
It's called the Skylight Calendar. You can select your calendar size.
Which one of those run you? Couple hundred?
I don't think
$289.
Yeah, well worth it. If it just syncs, it's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Looks unbelievable. I might get one. Hang it on the wall.
What are the sizes?
15-inch diagonal is the largest size.
All right, 15 it is.
Not bad.
I'd do that. That would help me.
Put it right in the center of your
Really save
bathroom
my
mirror.
You just
marriage.
need an outlet nearby.
Jen might kill me.
That's the only thing. But is there anything else you guys want to discuss before we? I mean, for our first pod, this was decent flow.
I didn't know how that, to be honest with you. I thought we were going to walk in and they were going to ask us the questions. It was going to be a group event. I didn't know we were going to be handed the show, if you will. Yeah,
exactly.
Like they kind of handed this off. I was like, oh,
I think it was more like a here you go. You're on your own.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. We might cut it.
Yeah, I think
We'll
so.
cut it on the director floor right now, but
I think there might be some. Yeah, maybe they'll let it roll.
some heavy edits.
Maybe they'll let it roll. I will say.
there's definitely going to be like a mic.
I will say to their benefit, since I've been here for a lot of the recording of it, they basically, I think the camera's dying or something, but they, for the most part, have every episode is like straight through, which is not easy to do. One take wonders if you think about it.
I did ask Jen about that today, and she said that, and I was like, wow.
I also do a little shout out for John's mastery and executive producer role.
It's a lot of fun
stitching things together.
The man behind the scenes.
It's a lot of fun.
But Jen actually said that they do try to run it straight through so that it's less work for you.
They do. I mean, honestly, the conversation flows a lot better when you actually do that. Anyway,
I'm sure.
Okay, we have a little game for the husbands.
Woohoo! Get ready. All right.
Kick it off.
So the game is rapid fire. We're going to ask you a question. You have to answer within seconds. You can't sit and think about it. It's just the first thought that comes to your mind. Mike, you're up first. Okay. What is the date of our wedding, including year?
October 5th, 2013.
Correct. Although there was a long pause there.
He had to think
He
about it.
had to go into the memory bank. Okay.
All right, John, you're next. What shoe size does Hendrix wear?
9.
Wrong.
Bigger or smaller?
You were close. He's an 8.
Yeah, he's big.
close.
He probably needs a 9.
Okay. Bryce, what is Mandy's guilty pleasure?
Trashy TV.
Oh, that's accepted.
Yeah,
Good
that
job.
feels
also,
correct.
I like that you referred to yourself in the
bravo.
third person.
I'm just reading off the piece of paper here.
Okay, Mike. Was Marin born in the morning or the afternoon?
In the morning.
Correct.
Wow. 2 points, Mike.
2 points.
All right, John, what was the date that we first went on our first date?
Man, I remember all the real estate people that were there. And it was at Yard House.
I didn't ask what. I said, what is the date?
I want to say June 17th. Am I close?
What year?
2013.
Okay.
All right, you were close. It was June 4th, 2013.
Okay, 2 out of 3.
That's
it's pretty
hard.
close.
good.
Like I knew our anniversary.
It's supposed to be hard.
Anniversary.
Okay. All right, Bryce. What was our wedding song?
Oh, geez. I feel like I'm pausing a lot. Then?
What was it?
Yeah, Then by Brad Paisley. I was waiting for you to really
I was real nervous.
Me
Nice
too.
recovery. Nice
and
recovery.
my elbow was right here ready to really jab in.
Yeah.
You were walking home if you got that wrong.
Where are my points?
3.
Okay, Mike. What is Reese's teacher's full name?
Jennifer.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Without hesitation.
Wait, can we say? I don't think we can say that.
Oh, it is?
You're going to have to beep it. You can't say someone's full name on the podcast.
Oh, first name?
Just ask your next question.
That is the last question.
All right. Think of another one. Rapid fire.
Okay,
Come on.
John, you're up. What's the one thing that you do that annoys me the most?
I sigh all the time. I go,
Well, that is annoying, but that's not what I was talking about.
Well, now that you mention it, that too.
You chew your food so loudly. How did you not know that was it?
because you yell at me about sighing every day.
Maybe you should sigh less.
Less.
Do less. Okay. All right, Bryce. What was our first vacation together?
First vacation.
Mandy, the queen of vacation.
Jeez. So many. Aruba?
Wrong. It was New York City. It was in May, right after we first started dating.
That one hurts.
Yep. It's okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
I need some fun
Wait,
questions.
Mike. Final question.
From the top ropes. Let's go.
What was the location of our official first date?
Harry's Pizza. That was the first time I bought you food.
That was not a date. That was probably like the first time he ever laid eyes on you.
I know. But that was a good answer, actually.
All right, guys. Thanks
All
for
right.
playing along.
All right. We'll give it back to the dads. They can do their closing.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for listening. This has been fun. A lot of stress. Like Mike said, we didn't know we were going to be given the floor,
Yeah,
but
this is
Hey,
great.
it's a dad's night out.
Yeah,
Please invite us back. Right.
we love you, moms.
We love you, Mom.
Keep fighting the fight. You guys are great.
Dude, all the power. Girl power.
Good night.